So, business and spirituality, a lot of people think that they're separate things, but I do believe that they are more connected than they ever could be. And I'll tell you why. Because there's definitely a massive group of people who are deep into spirituality, deep into the connection to themselves and that internal growth process, which is amazing. And then there's a lot of people who are into business and are obsessed with profit or obsessed with just growth and creating great products, which is also great. There's no right or wrong. But the combination of the two is where the magic can truly happen. And I think really this is where business is going to go over the coming years, especially service based businesses. So, my take on this is really that when you're on this spiritual journey of self mastery and personal growth and understanding the depths of who you are, your soul, your mission, your purpose, and bringing that to life in the form of service, that's where a business can now be built around that, where you become the product. Because let's look at what spirituality, self mastery, what this journey really is about. Well, it's about raising in your energetic vibration. We all operate from a certain vibration, and the more that we operate from a higher state of being, a higher state of vibration, a higher frequency, the more we impact the people around us because our energy field expands, which impacts the people around us because of quantum entanglement and how that entangles all of our energy fields are entangling all the time. So when we are coming from a higher state because of the journey of self-mastery, the journey of raising our energetic vibration, when we do that, we can serve people to such a high level because our intentions are more pure, because we are focused on the right things, and we're coming from a deep place of how can I serve this person to the highest level. Then you start to get access to higher levels of information from above, from source, from within. You almost become like a channel for the right information at the right time. I know this to be true for myself as well, specifically when I went deeper into mindset coaching, into really what I do now. Really becoming almost like a channel for the people that I'm serving. Sometimes I don't even know where these ideas and thoughts are even coming from as I'm speaking on these coaching calls, but it's just flowing and it's just coming to me. And that comes from raising your energetic state and just surrendering to that process. But the two are interconnected so much because if you think about what business is, you provide something, a product, a service, a solution to someone who has a problem that needs the solution. But how do you create a great product? Well, you understand what the customer needs and you understand the problem that they face. But you're going to create a great product if you're coming from a higher state of frequency. You're going to create a great product if you understand this person at a deeper level because of your depth of understanding of yourself as well. Because the more we understand ourselves, the more we understand people. The more we understand people, the more we can serve people to a higher level. The more we serve people to a higher level, the more income we generate. The more income we generate, the more we feel abundant. The more we feel abundant, the more we create this feedback loop. But keeping our intentions pure to come from that place of service and come from that place of love for the people that you are serving is the most important part to all of this. Because it's very easy to let the ego take over. Where it doesn't come about, it's not about service anymore. It's about profitability and it's about scaling and it's about everything except the customer. And that can happen for sure. But even at those higher points, you can bring yourself back into presence. You could bring yourself back into realizing that there may be a disconnect from what was present in the beginning stages or what was there once but kind of fizzled out, which was that connection to your heart so that you can serve these people to the highest level. And this could be in form of, a service-based business where you're working closely with people, or even something that is a little bit more distant in terms of a product. That same intention applies because if you can bring that to your business, you create something incredible. You create something incredible and people feel that because now your product carries that frequency and that intention. Have you ever bought something or received a service from somebody and you just feel like it was different? Like it was just something where there was more thought put into it. there was more love put into it, whether that was the way the onboarding process was, or whether it was the way you were taken care of, or the way you felt heard and seen. All of these little things come from the frequency and the vibration that you hold when you're serving people, when you're creating these products. And when we put that out into the world, we give people the opportunity to experiment with them, to tell their friends about them. And then that becomes a ripple effect, because you create a great product, people will tell people about it, especially if you're known for something specific as well. And you're specialized, at least in those times where you're building your brand, you're getting that initial momentum. When you become known for something, people will tell other people about it. So raising your energetic frequency and raising in consciousness is directly tied to business. So they're so interconnected because everything is interconnected. If we look at nature, nature is interconnected. We are all consciousness operating within the 3D world. The ebb and flow of the ocean, the fact that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is what the trees take in, and they release oxygen so we can breathe and they can grow. We can breathe and they can grow. And it's like this ebb and flow. It's all just happening. And the more that we can work and build and create and produce in alignment with nature, the more we build something that is going to flow with life and be more successful in that process, because it is in alignment with nature, because it's with the natural flow that's already happening there. So then when it comes to profitability, well, that's just really about how you design the business, how you design the model, how you design the actual structure, the delivery, right? Like if you're doing something like a service-based business or a coaching offer or some form of info product, then you have the capacity to have very high margins, at least to a degree, where you will then scale and then maybe build out a team, and you will have more capacity then to grow, as long as the product is maintaining its value and maintaining its results. So the product is really everything it comes back to. But how do you create a great product? You raise in your levels of consciousness. You raise in your levels of self-mastery, because you receive different information. Because if we look at Nikola Tesla, Einstein, these people who created such amazing inventions that changed the course of humanity forever, they talk about energy, frequency, vibration. They don't really talk about strategy, because where do you get these ideas that change the world? Where do you get these ideas that are so profound that people quote them all the time? How do you come up with those ideas? You tap into a universal flow of information by raising your frequency, because when you raise your frequency and you operate from that state, you receive different information, because everything around us is just information interacting with information, and our mind decodes that information around us based on our perception, our beliefs, and our energetic state of being. So right now you're receiving a certain level of information around you. But what if you could receive higher levels of information that are there, but you're just not aware of right now, because you're operating from a certain state? If you were to raise your state, you would receive different information. A really simple example of this is that if you're at a party and you're not feeling that great, you're kind of feeling, a bit like it was a hard day, things were just not really that good, you're tired and you're not having fun at this place. You're not really enjoying yourself. And because you're not enjoying yourself, you think that everybody else around you is kind of like, I don't really want to talk to these people. I'm just not feeling. You're just not in the zone. The information that you're receiving in your reality around you is based on how you're feeling. But then if you're in a confident state, you're feeling good, you're feeling fresh, all these different things, you're going to show up differently at that party. You're going to receive the same. You're going to be in the same environment, but you're going to receive different information around you. You're going to feel a different way. Our mind is constantly decoding the information around us through our five senses. Of me picking up this bottle right now, because I have the association and understanding of what a bottle is, a water container. When I touch this with my hand, the sense of touch sends that information to my mind. It says this is a bottle, but it happens so fast that we don't even think about it. So everything is just information. So our five senses pick up this information, but we also have higher faculties like perception, will, imagination, memory, and all these different things that allow us to interpret the information in different ways. So we got to change our beliefs and our perception to be able to decode this information in a way that's going to serve us. So these inventors were able to tap into that, but it always just comes back to, how can I raise my frequency? How can I raise my energetic state of being? Go from fear to love, go from doubt to courage, go from guilt to neutrality, raising up those different states to receive new information, to create better products, to serve people to a higher level, to grow my business, to grow my income. Because those feelings of love you have for yourself and for the world around you signals abundance. Because there's love everywhere. There's acceptance everywhere. There's neutrality in everything. Everything is balanced. When you come from that place, you naturally feel abundant because there's no limits. And when you feel like that and you operate from that place, your business will have that same feeling with the people you interact with, giving them a better experience, getting them better results, and allowing them to expand in the process as well, because we're all here to expand and grow and raise in our levels of consciousness. Whether we are consciously thinking about that or not, that's what our soul is trying to do. We're trying to find alignment, we're trying to find purpose, we're trying to find direction, and we're trying to build in the 3D world around us, coming from that higher state of being. So the internal world is highly spiritual, but the external world is highly physical. It's the masculine and the feminine. But to be able to create massive impact, but also something that is fulfilling, something that is exciting to us and in alignment with our purpose and our mission. In the physical world, we got to connect deep within ourselves and raise our energetic vibration and levels of consciousness. So I think that they're more interconnected than we give them credit for. They're so connected that we actually forget that business is just an internal game. Mastery is just an internal game. And the more that we raise our state, the more that we create great products to serve humanity, to get transformations and accelerate the collective consciousness, raising up in those levels. That's a beautiful process, in my opinion. And that's why I think that they're so interconnected that we need to talk about that more, so that people are getting better services. We are feeling more excited about the work that we're doing. And that, if we're moving towards that, in this beautiful creator economy that we find ourselves in, where you can post a video like this and make sales from it, or you can post something on Instagram and make sales from it, and you can build out things online and automate the business and go travel. Like, you can do all these things. It's not impossible anymore. It's pretty much happening right here, right now. I've been living it for the last number of years. And that's just an example of the acceleration of humanity. Software is coming into play. We're leveraging AI. Things will start to grow and expand more. People are finding more alignment. People are finding more purpose. There's more opportunity. There's lower barriers to entry. Which means that in the long term, it's not going to be a strategy that people need. It's going to be raising in consciousness. It's going to be internal mastery, which is why I do the work that I do. Raising in consciousness is the most profitable thing that you can do in 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, and beyond. It's the 80%. Tony Robbins said it best. Success is 20% mechanics. 20% mechanics, 80% psychology, mindset, performance, mastery. So they're interconnected. Bring the two together. Let them unite as one. And build the business that is exciting and fulfilling to you, but allows you to be profitable, allows you to be excited, allows you to feel that abundance around you in the external world and also internally as well. What's going through your mind? I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop it in the comments below. This has been Jordan. I will chat to you again soon. Sending you love. Peace.